Did you know that a British aristocrat became so obsessed with Adolf Hitler that she eventually became one of his closest foreign admirers? Her name was Unity Mitford, and even by the standards of the eccentric Mitford family, Unity stood out. Born into British aristocracy, she developed a fascination with fascism and Nazi Germany during her late teens. At just 19 years old, she moved to Germany with a very specific goal: to meet Adolf Hitler, and she was willing to do almost anything to make it happen. Unity learned German and began frequenting Hitler's favorite restaurant in Munich. Day after day, she returned, week after week, waiting, hoping, trying to catch his attention. Then, on February 9th, 1935, it finally happened. Hitler noticed her. He invited her to sit at his table. Unity later described the moment in almost religious terms. She wrote, "When one sits beside him, it is like sitting beside the sun." To her father, she excitedly wrote that it had been the most wonderful and beautiful day of my life. For Unity, Hitler wasn't simply a political leader. He was a celebrity, an idol, a man she seemed to worship. And remarkably, the relationship continued. Over the next 5 years, Unity and Hitler reportedly met more than 160 times. She attended Nazi events, social gatherings, and became a familiar figure within Hitler's inner circle. Meanwhile, newspapers back in Britain watched the situation with growing horror. Headlines described her as Hitler's girl. Others focused on her increasingly extreme political views. And sadly, Unity fully embraced Nazi ideology. She openly expressed anti-Semitic belief and publicly defended the regime at a time when persecution of Jews was already becoming increasingly visible. As tensions rose across Europe in the late 1930s, Unity found herself trapped between two worlds. She was British, but her loyalty increasingly appeared to belong elsewhere. Then came September 1939. Britain declared war on Germany, and for Unity, the news was devastating. According to the widely accepted version of events, she took a pistol to Munich's English garden and attempted to take her own life. The bullet entered her head, but incredibly, she survived. The bullet reportedly remained lodged in her brain. Hitler was said to be deeply upset by the incident and arranged medical care before helping organize her return to Britain. Not everyone believes the official story. Some historians have questioned aspects of the shooting, and debate continues to this day. But regardless of exactly what happened, Unity emerged permanently changed. Her health deteriorated dramatically, yet even after returning to England, she never truly abandoned her admiration for Nazi Germany. At one point, she reportedly told people, "I'm glad to be in England, even if I'm not on your side." Many believed she should have been investigated as a traitor. But because of her social status, family connections, and medical condition, no serious prosecution ever followed. For the rest of her life, she remained a controversial and deeply divisive figure. Then, in 1948, at just 33 years old, Unity Mitford died. Doctors believed complications related to the bullet still lodged in her brain may have contributed to her death. History is full of strange obsessions, but few are as unsettling as the story of Unity Mitford, a young woman who crossed borders, embraced extremism, and devoted herself to one of history's most notorious dictators. And perhaps the strangest part of all is that what began as admiration slowly became something closer to devotion. And next, discover why Queen Charlotte refused to follow fashion trends and instead turned the English royal court into one of the most oddly dressed courts in Europe. If you enjoy the strange, beautiful, and unsettling side of history, make sure to subscribe.